It's been over 6 months since I last covered Witchfire on this channel. If you don't know what Witchfire is, it's a brand new early access shooter that is coming out later this year. It has an awesome dark fantasy art style, FPS shooting elements with magic, Doom style gameplay, and a roguelite elements, essentially where you die, repeat, you keep going through runs and get more powerful as you play through, attune your weapons and stuff. And what I wanted to talk about specifically here was the new gameplay footage that we got, and also like recap some of the footage and things that we need to know about the game. If you're unfamiliar with Witchfire, Witchfire is a dark fantasy first-person shooter with roguelike elements. You go through this magical world. It's going into early access this year at some point, and it's going to have these semi-open world like type elements to it. And the whole point of a roguelike or a roguelite is that you do a bunch of the missions, and if you die, you keep your progress, but then you go back into a different area of the game. So say you go through 2 or 3 missions, you keep your progress on all of your weapons and your abilities and such, but then you get sent back when it comes to the levels and such. I don't know whether this is going to change too drastically from the full launch of the game, but early access has been said it's coming sometime in 2023, and I'm definitely excited to cover it and check it out. The most interesting aspect of this game is going to be the combination of gunplay and also forbidden dark magic. Obviously, there's going to be a bunch of enemies that you're going to have to shoot, things in armor, different witches, all that good stuff, which we'll probably get to in a later video. But the main thing I wanted to talk about was how weapons will be attuned and how you upgrade them. They use an example in the newest footage called the Hunger. It's a hand cannon that will feed off critical hits. It gets stronger with successful shots. For each critical hit that you get, players get a powerful bullet back in the magazine whenever they reload. And then when they reach the second level of attunement with that hand cannon, they're able to magnify it so you can get successful critical hits, which means that you'll get more bullets. And then the final one that you'll get is that it gives you even more of a powerful bullets, and then also it has freezing magic as well. So if you are hitting all of your headshots, reload, you can freeze the target, and then you can like rinse repeat there. And then also we got to see a couple of extra little snippets in the gameplay footage of us using a hand cannon, the same one, the Hunger, and that had electricity coming out of it. So whether there's a 4th level of attunement or that's the final one, which is the 3rd, and there's mods that can allow you to get electricity, we will have to wait and see. Throughout gameplay footage that we have seen so far, there's a variety of different weapons, magical abilities, and it looks pretty damn gorgeous. I think they delayed the game initially because they wanted to make sure that it ran really smoothly, and especially being an FPS, it's something that every FPS player wants, especially with the fidelity of this. And the enemy variety will obviously dictate the certain weapons that you're going to use. I'm excited to jump into Witchfire at some point in 2023. Hopefully it comes in the middle of the year, so we have something to play during the summer. If you want further confirmation about how I'm excited about this game, the developers, Astronauts, worked on a couple of other games. One was called Painkiller, another one was called The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and another one that was most important was Bulletstorm. Now, if you remember Bulletstorm, it was an offshoot of the Epic teams that had worked on Gears of War previously, I think it was, and that had some incredible gunplay in it, some really creative kills that you could do, and you basically got score for doing elaborate kills, getting combos, that type of thing. And I know that Witchfire isn't necessarily going down that route, but it's interesting to see what the roguelite elements that you will have, and hopefully it adds a challenging experience. But also, the core aspect that I enjoy about roguelites is that there's so many different ways that I can play the game compared to yourself that is watching this video and other players that are jumping in for the first time. But yeah, a super quick video today to give you a little bit of a recap. We haven't got a whole lot of new information just yet, but as soon as we get a whole dump of when the early access releases and whenever there's ability to jump in, then I will be doing so. But if you're excited for Witchfire, let me know down in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the notification bell to be notified when I bring out more content. As always, this has been Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.